It is now 7 p.m., and I would like to call to order the June 13th, 2017 business meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Aldine Independent School District. At this time, I'll ask Mr. Shanklin to read the board's ethics statement.
As part of the reform, governance, and action work that the board and leadership in the district have gone through, the board adopted an ethics statement that affirms our commitment to ethical conduct. The statement is, the Board of Trustees is committed to and shall perform its duties ethically and according to our core beliefs. We will model the highest standards of conduct. We will ensure that no personal value system or personal goal interferes with our duty as public servants. The public interest shall be the principle which guides the board in its deliberations and decisions.
Thank you, Mr. Shanklin. We extend a warm welcome to everyone present, and we're pleased that you're able to join us tonight as we celebrate the achievements, review information, and make policy decisions related to the effective operation of the Aldine Independent School District. I would like to thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule to join us this evening. Let the minutes reflect that all board members are present, and I see that we have visitors in the audience tonight. So if you have comments to the board and if you have not filled out the audience participation form in the brochure next to the agenda books outside this room, please do so at this time and give it to Ms. Loera to my right. The board will listen under item number 15 on the agenda, open forum for patrons desiring to be heard. We move now to item number 5, which is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. Do we have a motion?
I move that the minutes of the board committee meeting on May 15th, the workshop of the Board of Trustees on May 16th, regular meeting on May 16th, and the minutes of the workshop of the Board of Trustees on May 25th, 2017 be approved as printed.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Ms. Avalos, as well. We'll begin the vote with Dr. Booker.
Booker, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Yes.
Garcia, yes.
Reed, yes.
Bourgeois, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Thank you. The next item is the approval of the 2017-18 budget and the proposed tax rate hearing. We will adjourn our board meeting and the meeting of the Aldine Independent School District Board of Trustees to discuss the proposed budget and the tax rate, and so that meeting is now open. It is 7:02 p.m. The chair recognizes Dr. Tamika Alfred Stevens.
Good evening, Dr. Garcia, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, and members of the board. I have several items to discuss. Section 44.004 of the Texas Education Code requires that prior to expending school district funds in the succeeding year, the budget must be adopted on or before the first day of the new fiscal year. This same section indicates that the board shall call a meeting of the Board of Trustees for the purpose of discussing and adopting the budget and discussing a proposed tax rate. The code further requires that any taxpayer of the district may be present and participate in this meeting. Proper notification of tonight's meeting has been posted and advertised in the newspaper. There are also copies of the budget on the entry table if anyone would like a copy. With the board's permission, I would like to begin the budget meeting. We have been working on the 2017-2018 budget since January. Every department and campus has had an interactive part in its creation. The proposed general operating budget for the 2017-18 school year is $622,652,144, which is a decrease of $54,658,181 from the 2016-17 adopted budget. This represents an overall decrease of 8.07%. This budget provides funding for all district operations, instructional programs, and student activities. Prior to this presentation, each board member was given multiple drafts of the budget and salary recommendations. Does the board have any questions about the budget or any of the documents?
Thank you. Board members, are there any questions? We've had several workshops and meetings regarding the budget, but if there's still questions, this would be the time. Okay, proceed.
At this time, I would ask if anyone in the audience would like to address the board on the proposed budget for the 2017-18 year. If no one desires to address the board, I would like to recommend that the board approve the 2017-18 budget that I have presented.
Thank you. Board members, you've heard the recommendation. Do we have a motion?
I move that we accept Dr. Alfred Stevens' recommendation and that the board approve the 2017-2018 budget as she has presented.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I second.
Thank you, Ms. Bourgeois. We'll begin the vote with Dr. Booker.
Booker, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Garcia, yes?
Mead, yes.
Bourgeois, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Thank you.
With the board's permission, I would like to begin the tax rate hearing.
Please proceed.
In order for the district to maintain and oversee the public schools in the Aldine Independent School District, to pay outstanding bonds in the succeeding year, and any other lawful purposes, it is necessary for the district to set a tax rate. I am proposing the board set the tax rate of 24 cents for the interest and sinking fund and $1.13338 for the maintenance and operation fund for the 2017 tax year. This rate is 5 cents higher than our current tax rate and is a total tax rate of $1.37.3. The additional 5 cents is due to additional debt payments that were approved by the Aldine voters in November 2015. Proper notification of these proposed rates has been posted and advertised in the newspaper. Prior to this presentation, each board member was given a copy of the notice that appeared in the Houston Chronicle and Northeast News. The notice indicated these proposed tax rates. Does the board have any questions about the proposed tax rates I have recommended?
Board members, are there any questions? Again, we've discussed the tax rate various times. But if you have questions, this is the time. Okay, proceed.
At this time, I would ask if anyone in the audience would like to address the board on the proposed tax rates I have recommended. This tax rate hearing satisfies the requirements set out in Section 44.004 of the Texas Education Code. The board will not be able to officially approve the proposed tax rate until the district receives the certified roll from the Harris County Appraisal District in late August. At that time, the district will be able to set a tax rate. The tax rate the district sets at that time cannot be higher than the proposed tax rate discussed in this meeting without another tax rate hearing. Dr. Garcia, members of the board, this concludes my part of the meeting for the Board of Trustees for the purpose of discussing and adopting the budget and discussing a proposed tax rate.
Thank you. We will now adjourn the budget and tax rate hearing. It is now 7:08 p.m. Thank you, Dr. Alfred Stevens.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is the approval of proposed salary increase and starting salary for new teachers for 2017-2018. The chair recognizes Dr. Selena Chapa.
Dr. Garcia. On May 16th and May 25th, during the board workshops, we engaged in an interactive process to analyze the starting salaries for first-year teachers and salary increases for current employees for the 2017-18 school year. Based on a comprehensive analysis and ongoing discussions, we are recommending the following salaries for the upcoming year. And a $500 increase is recommended for the starting salary for first-year teachers. This recommendation would increase the starting salary to $52,500 for teachers with 0 years of experience. We are proposing that all other employees receive a 2% increase, and I'm going to kind of specify who each of those categories are. A 2% increase is recommended for teachers, nurses, and librarians. A 2% increase is recommended for counselors, diagnosticians, speech pathologists, social workers, and intervention specialists. A 2% increase is recommended for principals, assistant principals, district administrators, and cabinet. A 2% increase is recommended for all paraprofessionals, clerical, and auxiliary personnel. Governor Greg Abbott has called a special session of the 85th Legislature, and a $1,000 per teacher pay raise funded through existing schools is being considered. The proposed 2% increase will be inclusive of any approved legislative increase. Teachers and paraprofessionals who are evaluated under INVEST and receive a Part A teacher practice rating of highly effective for the 2016-17 school year qualify for variable pay incentive. It is recommended to reserve monies for this one-time payout not to exceed $1,000 per each qualifying staff member. And we also want to share with the board that a comprehensive compensation manual with the approved salary increases will be presented to the board in July for approval.
Thank you, Dr. Chapa. Board members, you've heard the recommendation from Dr. Chapa regarding the salary increases for district employees for the 2017-2018 school year. Do we have a motion?
Madam President, I move that we accept the recommendations at the amount of percentages stated by Dr. Chapa regarding the salary increases for district employees for the 2017-2018 school year.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Thank you, Ms. Avalos. We'll begin the vote with Ms. Esparza.
Esparza, yes.
Mead, yes?
Hoover, yes.
Sorry, Mead, yes.
Garcia, yes?
Avalos, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Booker, yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, board
And
members.
thank you, Dr. Chapa. And congratulations, teachers and employees. And we look forward to hearing about the legislative session. But we comply with that. Thank you, Dr. Chapa, if it passes. The academic report will be presented by Ms. Ann Stockwell.
Good evening, Dr. Garcia, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, board members, and guests. The Alding Film and Photography Festival was held on May 5th in the arena of M.O. Campbell. There were a total of 112 films submitted and 450 photographs entered in the competition. Videos and photographs were divided into 3 levels: pre-K through 4th grade, 5th grade through 8th grade, and 9th through 12th grade. First place winners received prizes including digital cameras and MacBook laptops. Alding ISD had a total of 3,427 students graduate in June. Almost 1,350 of the seniors received over $47 million in scholarships. MacArthur High School students received the most scholarships, with 281 scholarships totaling over $5.5 million. Davis High School students received the most scholarship money, with 255 scholarships totaling over $18 million. In addition, Victory Early College High School had 110 of their 115 graduates receive an associate's degree from Lone Star College before receiving their high school diplomas. Nimitz High School had 16 students receive an associate's degree as well. Dr. Garcia, this concludes the academic report for June 2017.
Thank you, Ms. Stockwell. Very positive report, which requires, I think, a loud applause. Well done. The next item is correspondence. Mr. Mead, do we have any correspondence to be read tonight?
Madam President, we have no correspondence to be read tonight.
Okay. The item after that is the recognition of staff, students, and patrons. Mr. Abel Garza will make those presentations.
I say we nominate Ann for all the good news instead of Sarah from now on. She did a great job. Dr. Garcia, Dr. Bamberg, and Dr. Blanson, members of the board. Tonight, we will begin with, I'm going to ask Michael Ann Kelly to come up. Hopefully, everybody got to see some of the artwork out there. She wanted to tell us a little bit about that artwork.
Good evening. Just wanted to talk about our last show for the year and let you know that the 36 pieces out there represent the award winners from pre-K through 12th grade in 6 different contests. And then some of the pieces were just really creative pieces, not necessarily award winners. But it's what the amazing students and teachers in our buildings are doing. So I wanted to share that with you. So thank you very much, and thank you for all your support.
Thank you for bringing them.
Right.
Thank you, Michael Ann. Tonight is a very special night for our district because we get to recognize some very important members of our district. Tonight, we recognize some of our business partners. As we thank them for their efforts in helping our students, I will call them up individually for a photo op and ask if Dr. Garcia would like to join us for a picture. So Dr. Garcia, if you could join us. First, we want to call up AirServe, ABM. Oh, they're here. Come on up, ladies. AirServe has supported and attended the Transitional Student Job Fair hosted by the Aldine ISD Special Education Department. Accepting recognition today is Janice Watson, Senior HR Business Partner, and Candy Torres, Human Resources. We have a special plaque and I almost forgot, I knew I was gonna do this. And a certificate from the Texas Association of School Boards. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your help and next, we welcome the Texas Workforce Solutions. They also help support the Transitional Job Fair. They work with our special ed department to identify the needs of our students and secure employers for the job fair. Aldine ISD is very grateful for the work being done to support all of our children, but in particular, we thank you for working with our special education department. Here tonight is Rudy Rodriguez. He is a business consultant. Thank you, Rudy. Here, let me give you this. Thank you. Our next business partner is the East Aldine District. This organization remains focused on its priority of improving the lives of the community. They have funded various projects in our district, and I will only mention a few of them. They have funded endowment scholarships, grants for teachers. They have funded various schools such as MacArthur and Hambrick, and they are part of the reason we are building our new East Early College campus. In attendance today is Gerald Overturf, Board Chair, and Veronica Sanchez, Director of Services. Will you please join us? Here you go, Veronica. Thank you. We would have shared the picture. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. We could probably be here a while just recognizing some of the work they've done, but we thank them. Now I would like to recognize Jostens. As you know, Jostens provides many services to our district, many of which occur during graduation. They supply diplomas, class rings, caps and gowns. In addition, they provide service pins, timepieces, and has sponsored our AEF golf tournament. Please welcome Gardner Seaholm, sales representative, and joining him, Kathy Hendricks, associate. And he said he'd be done with his speech in 30 minutes. So. Thank you. Our next partner is Loving Kids. Our now retired principal, Ms. Chester from Goodman, initiated this partnership with Loving Kids as she served her commitment to helping the children of Hidden Valley. Over the years, the Loving Kids program has donated backpacks and school supplies. Volunteers from the organizations did beautification projects, installation of walking trails, and provided mentoring. A special thank you goes to Second Baptist Church as they provide administrative support for Loving Kids. Joining us to be recognized is Perry Elders, member of the board of directors, John Mills, site coordinator. He told me to say that he was a handsome one. I'll let you all be the judge. And our principal, Dr. Angeles Perez, principal at Goodman. Here, will you give that to And I don't want to spoil it, but I think they're adopting another campus, so they'll be working with another school, so thank you so much. Finally, tonight, we recognize the YMCA at Greenspoint. The YMCA does so much for our students, and they work so closely with our district to provide a fun, safe learning environment for our children. Over the years, they have provided many programs in the district and continue to donate school supplies for our needy families, and I believe they also give away toothbrushes to our students. So please welcome Paul McIntyre, CEO, YMCA of Greater Houston, Matt Thompson, District Executive Director, Claudia Sanchez, Community Executive Director, and Asdrubal Drew Gutierrez, Aldine YMCA Board Chair. Drew will say he is.
Yeah, Drew.
We thank y'all. It's all the big and little things that make our business partners so special. We thank them, and we hope to recognize many more in the months to come. Now, on my agenda next is, I'm going to call up Mr. Milo Ortiz from Buildings and Properties. He will make a special presentation tonight. Uh-oh, it was special.
Was special. Well. All right, let's hope the rest goes better, right? Well, good evening, Dr. Garcia, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, members of the board, and guests. It is my distinct pleasure this evening to give a special recognition. Today, I'd like to ask for his last board meeting, as he will be retiring at the end of this month. Mr. Emmett Rock, if he would please join me at the podium. So he is surprised. So Mr. Brock began his career in Aldine in 1978 as an industrial technology teacher at Teague Middle School. In 1991, Mr. Rock moved into the operations department as a district's energy manager. In 1994, Mr. Rock moved into the position of Director of Buildings and Properties. In 1999, Mr. Rock moved into the position of Executive Director of Buildings and Properties, a position that he presently holds. Mr. Rock has 39 total years in education, all of them being with Aldine, so he is a lifer. Mr. Rock has led by example and set a structure in place for supporting Aldine as we produce the nation's best. We are grateful for his loyal and faithful service to the Aldine community. We would like to present Mr. Rock with an Aldine Lifetime Achievement Award this evening. Thank you, Mr. Rock, for your 39 years of dedicated service, and your legacy in Aldine will live on as we continue producing the nation's best. So again, thank you, Mr. Rock, for your leadership, and we just thank you for all you've done, and we wish you the very best as you write your next chapter. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Next, I'd like to call Jill Metcalf from the Transportation Department, who also has a special presentation.
Good evening, Dr. Garcia, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, members of the board. We don't have a special presentation. We're going to carry on with the traditional Employee of the Month, and we would like to recognize Robin Derwin as our Employee of the Month, if she'll join me at the podium. But we value our Employees of the Month so much. We want to make sure that we express our gratitude to Robin Derwin, present her with the plaque for Employee of the Month. She is retiring from the district. She will wrap up her career here in Aldine June 30th. And 37 years in education, 27 years here in Aldine, 10 years in the transportation department, and the last 5 of those years, she's led the department as the executive director of transportation.
Well, we think you're special, Robin. And not in that kind of way.
What's your last name?
Derwa. I will never butcher your name again. Our next presentation is by Stacy Smith. Our long-lost friend is back. Stacy Smith, Program Director of Resource Development. Stacy is back and will present a number of grants, one grant the district has received.
Just hang on. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, President Garcia, board members, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, administrative leadership, and ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to be back and reporting on grants this month. Will Crystal Auguste, Assistant Principal of McGrill Elementary, please come forward? She's bringing something really big with her today. Developing smart kids with the support of smart communities, Joe V. Smart Shop has made a donation to McGrill Elementary, and we are thankful for their support and for the teachers and students of McGrill, and we look forward to developing partnerships with them with Aldine ISD as well. And so today they are accepting a check for $2,500, and I have thank you. And I have a certificate as well for you. Congratulations. Can you get it? Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry, it's a lot of juggling, I'm sorry. Okay. Congratulations. And the total amount for this evening is $2,500, and thank you, it's good to be back.
Welcome back.
So if I do the math, second day back, $2,500. So we expect about 1,200 every time, a day
We're building up. We're building
from
up
now on.
our students.
All right, thank you. I'm going to bring the screen down. Our next, next I would like to call up Akila Willery, Executive Director of Instructional Technology. She will present our program for tonight. If it turns on.
Okay.
I think he just hit next.
That's what he took.
There we go.
Good evening, Dr. Garcia, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, members of the board, and guests. We are waiting just a moment for technology to boot up.
Everything works perfect at rehearsal.
I know. Any other idea? I promise you, I did not touch it. I think everybody's a witness, I didn't touch it either. But Abel was the last person here.
It's warming up.
It was on.
Let me see if I can try something else.
What did you say?
Oh, he's over
I'm gonna try that. Okay. All right. Ta-da. I'm here this evening to present Innovate Academy, which was an initiative that was a part of our long-range technology plan. This past year, the 2016-17 school year, was the first year that we introduced Innovate Academy, and it was targeted towards our building principals. The idea for Innovate Academy actually came from the Future Ready Leadership Guidelines that was published by the U.S. Department of Education, Office of Educational Technology. It was a part of a larger White House Connect Ed initiative under the Obama administration that was targeted at providing, guidelines for strong leaders leading 21st century learning environments. The purpose of Innovate Academy was to provide a year-long cohort where principals would come into a technology-rich, collaborative environment, and they would be completely immersed in that environment so that they could go back and model those same practices for their teachers and students on their campuses. Innovate Academy for year one included 13 schools where the principal was able to bring a campus team with them, including one teacher and their instructional technology specialist. They participated in 4 face-to-face meetings and received one-on-one coaching for 3 sessions at their home campus. The focus was on innovation, not just technology integration, and as a result of each of the sessions, their campus received a set of different incentive level sets. The first level 1 set was a half set of student devices that would go into their partner teacher's classroom, an interactive Promethean panel, and then a cash incentive for classroom redesign, which would include furniture and other colorful elements added to the learning environment. The year one cohort campuses included representation from all the grade levels from pre-K up to senior high school. We also encourage the principals and the participants to share out what they learned with their community, with their staff, and with their, their parents on their campuses. You could follow along with everything that we experienced and what they shared out on Twitter and also on Facebook using the hashtag AllDeanInnovates. Aldine Innovate Academy was one part, like I said, of our long-range technology plan. It paralleled another program that was targeted at teachers, classroom teachers, called Level Up. It was a micro-badging program, still in its first year of this initiative, and it was a self-paced online PD session that also included some face-to-face sessions. The incentives included the same types of incentives that were awarded to the principals in Innovate Academy. Level 1 was debuted this year, and Level 2 just debuted in May before the teachers left for summer vacation. As far as the numbers are concerned, with the combination of Innovate Academy and Level Up, we had 13 principals that participated in the Year 1 cohort of Innovate Academy. Year 2 cohort is going to begin July 26th in just a few weeks, and that will include 19 brand-new principals. Level Up, the Level 1 enrollment, which we had going on this entire school year, the total enrollment was a little over 2,800 teachers. We have that 2,800 teachers, we had close to 1,300 that received their Level 1 certification. Since we debuted the Level 2 program just a few weeks ago, we had over 300 teachers that have already started their Level 2 certification. And we hope to roll out Level 3 for next school year, in the 2018-19 school year. Combined between Innovate Academy and Level Up, we were able to roll out over 14,000 Chromebooks for classroom use to our campuses. And like I said, if you would like to participate in the conversation or to just enjoy, some of the good things that are going on with Innovate Academy, follow along on Twitter or on Facebook, tagging Aldine ISD, hashtag Aldine Innovates. Thank you.
Dr. Garcia, that concludes my report.
That was good, a good report, good information. Thank you. The board has had the consent agenda items in their possession for study and discussed them at length at the study session last night. Is there anyone who wishes to speak to the consent agenda items to be voted on by the board tonight? If not, do I hear a motion regarding the consent agenda items?
Madam President, I move that all items under A through J, with the exception of item J3 on the consent agenda, be approved as printed.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Bourgeois. We'll begin the vote with Mrs. Esparza.
Esparza, yes. Bourgeois, yes.
Meade, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Avalos, yes.
Shanklin, yes.
Booker, yes.
Thank you, board members. The next item is a report of the administrative staff, promotions and appointments. Dr. Bamberg, do you have staff recognitions tonight?
Yes, ma'am. I do have several tonight. We'd like to start with Denise Meister, who is the current principal of Worsham Elementary, and she is going to be moving to be principal of Hinojosa EC Pre-K Center, EC Pre-K Campus School. Okay. And she has a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education, which she received from Minnesota State University in 1998, and her Master of Education in Instructional Leadership in 1999 from Sam Houston State University. And she has been in Aldine her entire career. She started back in 1990 to 98 as a skill specialist in Francis, then became an assistant principal at Stevens Elementary in 1998 before moving into her role as the principal of Worsham Elementary. So we appreciate you taking on this new challenge for the children in Aldine. Did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight?
I asked my son who's going to be a senior at McCarthy. He said no.
Well, oh, typical teenage response, but you have many friends and family in the audience. Thank you again and congratulations. Then we also want to recognize tonight Tanessa Maddox, who is moving from assistant principal at Caraway Intermediate School to be the new principal at Raymond Academy. And Miss Maddox has a Bachelor of Science in Management Information Systems, which she received in 2001 from Oral Roberts University, and a Master of Education in Educational Leadership, from Stephen F. Austin University in 2009. And she comes to Aldine from Cypress Fairbanks. She has started her career there in 2005 and has been a special education teacher and also a fourth grade English language arts and reading teacher at McPhee Elementary and then at Fraser first in her career at Cy-Fair. But she came to Aldine, and I say as fast as she could. She got here in 2013 and worked as a fifth grade ELR teacher at Wilson Intermediate School. So she has a total of, Ms. Maddox has a total of 12 years of experience, with 4 of those years in Aldine ISD. And did you bring someone to introduce to us tonight?
Tonight I have with me my wonderful husband, Virgil Maddox. Wonderful young men, Brian Maddox and Sean Maddox. I also have my father-in-law, Mr. Virgil Maddox Sr., and his daughter, Destiny Maddox. And I also have my coworker, Mr. Lawrence Singleton. And Ms. Patricia Bruce.
Very good. Congratulations. And Dr. Garcia, I failed to mention that Ms. Meister has 27 years of experience with all of those in Aldine ISD. We also want to recognize tonight Patricia Willis, who is moving from her current position as curriculum assistant principal at Caraway Intermediate to the principal at Garcia Lessa EC Pre-K Center. Ms. Willis has a Bachelor of Science with a major in history at 1994 from the University of Houston in Clear Lake, and her Master of Education and Administration from Sam Houston State University in 2008. And I do want to point out that this is a position for the 18-19 school year. I'll have to go back up on something else there too. And she started her experience in a private school at St. Michael's Episcopal School back in 1994, and then also worked in Pasadena ISD at Miller Intermediate in 1995 to 97. But then she came to Aldine in 1997 and started her teaching in Aldine at Wilson Intermediate, and then moved in 2002 to Hill Intermediate, and was also as a teacher there and a magnet coordinator at Hill from 2005 to 2009. So Ms. Willis has 23 years of experience, with 20 of those years in Aldine ISD. And I do want to point out that this is an assignment being made for the 18-19 school year. Yes, so congratulations. And we appreciate you stepping up to the challenge to help us out. Yes. And did you bring someone to introduce to us tonight?
First, again, I'd like to thank Ms. Stockwell for all of her support, as well as Mr. Rody, my principal, for his support. I brought my husband, James Willis, and my 2 daughters, Emily and Erin. And I have with me Mr. Singleton, one of my other daughters. All of his
So y'all all came out to support each other. That's great. Congratulations. And my apologies, I'm making mistakes tonight. I do want to point out that Ms. Maddox's position is for the 2018-2019 school year. As we make this transition, this massive transition over the next school year, we wanted to go ahead and have our leaders in their positions as they begin to help us plan and get this new staff settled for the reconfiguration. So I appreciate the work that's being done by those who are in current positions and having people get ready for the new positions. So so we wanted to recognize them tonight. So thank you and congratulations. So that is Ms. Willis and Ms. Maddox. And then we need to move to Christina Riojas. Hello, Ms. Christina in the back there. She is moving from her current position as assistant principal at Escamilla Intermediate to Assistant Director of Transportation in the Transportation Department. Ms. Riojas has a Bachelor of Arts in an education major from Stephen F. Austin University, which she received in 1998, a Master of Education in Educational Leadership from Prairie View A&M University, which she received in 2005, and she has been in Aldine for her entire career. She started as a physical education teacher at Aldine 9th grade school in 1998 and stayed there till 2001, was a softball head coach at Eisenhower from 2001 to 2004, physical education teacher then at Houston Academy from 2004 to 2007. And then she became an assistant principal when we opened Marcella in 2007 to 2010 before she moved to Drew, where she was at 2010 to 13 before moving to her current position at Escamilla. So Ms. Riel has 19 years of experience in Aldine and 19 years total. So she is an Aldine lifer too. So congratulations on your new position. And did you bring someone to introduce to us tonight?
I did. Thank you, Dr. Bamberg, Dr. Blanson, for this opportunity. Brought my parents, Fidel and Gloria Riojas, close friend of mine, Amanda Maceo, our former boss, Mr. Milo Ortiz. Thank you, Ms. Ann Stockwell, and of course, my new transportation team.
Well, congratulations and welcome to all of you. And next, we want to recognize Andrea Davis, who will be moving from her role as assistant principal at Cajava EC Pre-K Center to principal at Cajava EC Pre-K Center. And Ms. Davis has a Bachelor of Science with a major in Social Studies from the University of Houston in 1999 and a Master of Counseling from Prairie View A&M University in 2005. And she also has spent her career in Aldine, and she started as a third grade teacher at Smith Academy in the year 2000 to 2003, and then moved to be a counselor at Cajava Elementary in 2003 before moving into her role in 2008 as an assistant principal. So she has 17 years of experience in Aldine, and all of those years in Aldine, so total year 17. So I believe you have some family members here to recognize. I do believe I hear one right now.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bamberg. Thank you, Dr. Garcia, Dr. Blanson, and the rest of the board members. Thank you so much, Dr. Ray. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate it. Thanks for everyone's help, prayers, and support. So I have my wonderful husband, Derek. Can I say your name? One of my great girlfriends, Katrina. Okay, one of my girlfriends, Jackie, and Jacqueline, I'm sorry. Jacqueline is also, we're connected by my granddaughter, Riley. My wonderful mother-in-law, when she retired from Aldine, Irma Collins. My girlfriend, Lana. Whitney. My daughter, Chandria. Riley, with all these people back here. My niece and two nephews, Jaqualia, Joseph, and Jamelia. My co-worker and girlfriend, Tanya Porter. My girlfriend and co-worker, Natalie. And my two sister-in-laws, Shantae Davis and oh, I'm sorry, and my mother. My mother, Shirley Bridge, she's the reason why I'm here.
Well, welcome to all of you, especially your mother, and also congratulations. And next, we want to recognize Teddy Nelson, who is moving from his position, there he is, from his position as the Air Force Junior ROTC Senior Instructor at Davis High School into the Administrative Assistant of Transportation in the Transportation Department. And he received his Bachelor of Arts in International Studies from the University of Nebraska at Omaha in 1991, and his Master of Aeronautical Sciences with Operations Specialization from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical and in 2006. And he started his career in Conroe ISD, served there in Air Force JROTC at the Woodlands High School in 2010 and 11. And then moved to Thurgood Marshall High School in Fort Bend ISD, served in the same position in 11-12, before he moved to, in 2012, to join us in Aldine at Davis High School. And I've had the occasion to see his group in action and see him in action at Davis High School. So he's got 7 years of experience in education, with 5 of those years in the Aldine School District. So congratulations to you and welcome. And did you bring anyone to introduce to us tonight?
No, ma'am, I'm just here with the transportation.
Okay, just hanging out with the transportation family, your new family. Well, congratulations to you and good luck. I know you'll do a great job. And then last but not least, this is also an assignment for the 2018-2019 school year. Dr. Gladys Moton is moving from her current position as principal of A.W. Jones EC Pre-K to open the new Greens Point EC Pre-K over at the new Greens Point EC Pre-K. So she'll be the principal. And Dr. Moton has a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education and with a minor in psychology. Graduated in 1985 from Texas Southern University. Got her master's degree from Prairie View A&M University in 1995 with a Master of Education and Administration, and then her doctorate in Executive Leadership from the University of Houston in 2015. And now Ms. Gladys Moton has been with us, has been with us the whole time of her career. She started at Olson Elementary in 1985 as an English language arts teacher, became a skills specialist at Calvert in 1991, and then became an assistant principal at Calvert Elementary in 1994 before becoming the principal at Calvert. So she spent some good quality time at Calvert. I was the principal there from 95 to 2008 before moving into her present position at A.W. Jones EC Pre-K. So Dr. Moton has 32 years of experience with all of those years in Aldine. And so congratulations and thank you for stepping up for this new job. And did you bring someone to introduce to us tonight?
I did, and it has been my pleasure working in Aldine for 32 years. I have my friend and coworker, Ms. Bill. She's a testing coordinator at Jones EC Pre-K. My first cousin and sister friend, Shantae Smith. My biological sister, who just retired from Teague as the social studies skills specialist at Moton. And my very handsome father, who will turn 87 years old this month, Dr. Samuel.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Well, congratulations again, and thank you. And I'd like to say thank you to all of you who are taking on new positions and new roles in Aldine. We have a lot of work to do, and we appreciate your support, appreciate your hard work and dedication. Thank you, Dr. Garcia and board members.
And thank you, Dr. Bamberg, and congratulations to all of you. And we know that you're going to do good work for Aldine and for the Aldine students, so thank you. Thank you very much. The next item, board members, on our agenda is the board committee reports. And Dr. Ms. Bourgeois, do we have policy revisions at this time?
Yes, we have the following policy revisions at this time. Policy 108 affecting local policies EF, EFA, EFAA, EG, EH, EHBD, EIF, EL, and GKB, first reading. I move that the board approve for the first reading the policy update 108 affecting local policies EF, EFA, EFAA, EG, EH, EHBD, EIF, EL, and GBK.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, we'll begin the vote with Dr. Booker.
Booker, yes.
Franklin, yes.
Garcia, yes.
Bourgeois, yes.
Esparza, yes.
Thank you, board members. Item 15 is open forum for patrons desiring to be heard, and we have no requests. So do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Mead. Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Mrs. Garza. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The meeting is adjourned at 7:53. Thank you again for coming.
All right. Good job.
Get home and pack.